hand, but goal was swollen, but it's all good now.
Gotcha. How did it feel in practice today?
Felt good. I can shoot, pass, so should be fine.
What were your thoughts just following the game in New York the other night and heading into tonight?
Yeah, I think we were in good spirits. I think we did play a decent game. We just couldn't really score, but yeah, I thought it was a decent game, a game we could have won, so we're going in with a good feeling today.
And I got to ask you, a lot of people are talking about Alexander Ovechkin. For you, what's he like to play against? How hard is he to play against?
Yeah, you got to be close to him. Take away space for him to shoot. Scored from the same spot for a lot of years, so be in shooting lanes, take away space, and I think that's the recipe.
Did you text with him, or do you guys have any personal relationship whatsoever?
Ovechkin?
Yeah, I don't know. Small club, you know.
No, not really. Don't know him at all. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
You have to get your hand X-rayed?
I did, yeah. Nothing's wrong, so
Nothing's wrong. Great.
we're good.
What was the play for Pregame joining late? What happened?
What's that?
What happened to you the other night in New York? Did you stop the puck with your hand?
Yeah, I got a shot off my hand, so got a little bit swollen. Right, thanks.
I never know who's from.
Yeah, just a different look. I think I'm in the middle there, so just try to distribute the puck and get in the right spot and try to help the power play get a couple.
How does the look change when there's 5 forwards? How does it feel different?
Yeah, obviously it's like more attack, all offense kind of thing, but we got to make sure we're good just in case, a couple turnovers, and I'm sure they're going to be on the rush just knowing that there's no D out there, but I think we're going to be fine, and I'm looking forward to it. Perfect.
What are your thoughts on Ovechkin?
He's one of the best to ever play this game, and it's quite remarkable to hit 800 goals. That's a lot of goals, and he's been doing it for a very long time, and it doesn't seem like he's slowing down. So that's quite the achievement for him.
What do you think has made him so good? Like when you watch him as a player, and maybe people try to replicate him, but what makes him so special?
Yeah, I think he's so strong out there. He's so powerful, and every year he's coming in and still scoring all those goals. So it doesn't seem like he's slowing down at all. And obviously he has that one spot that he likes to rip that shot of his. And yeah, I don't think there's been a shot like him in a long time. So he's an exceptional player.
What stood out to you about the way that Mitch handled his scoring streak?
Yeah, Mitchie came into every game, and he played really well. Obviously, 23 in a row? That's pretty remarkable. And I said this before. It was more. He was doing really good stuff on the D side of the zone, and it just he was able to get offense off of that. So Mitch has been great for us all year.
So that you did with Glory, that site.
Yeah.
Have the boys seen it?
Oh, they've seen it. Yeah. I've got quite some heat for that one. It was definitely out of my comfort zone. It was something fun to do, and it was definitely different style than I'm used to. So they let me know, but it was all fun.
Who had the best chirps?
I think Muzzy was on me pretty good, so I'll give it to Muzzy.
Are you more a Scarborough tuxedo guy?
Yeah. Brought some fashion creds to Scarborough with that one, so.
Did you keep that jacket? With
No, I didn't keep anything, so unfortunately not, or I would be rocking that dub suit. No, yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Should we just get started? So just thoughts on the game even two nights ago in New York, and just how did you guys play there, and how do you want to change things tonight?
I definitely think we played good enough to win. Obviously playing a good team on the other side, and we definitely had our chances to capitalize on and close the gap a little bit, and just the execution obviously wasn't there, but I think there were some good things that we can take away from that game, and some obviously stuff that we can clean up and move forward, and against another good team tonight, and just making sure that we're ready to play.
How did your power play feel this morning at practice with 5 forwards on it?
Yeah, it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I think all of us are pretty comfortable playing with each other and reading off each other, and been with each other for a while. So I don't think it should be too much of an adjustment. Just kind of guys in different spots, just trying to read off each other and obviously generate some offense and generate some scoring opportunities.
Mitch being on the back, just having that bit of that experience and that ability to go back is kind of what makes that like a probable possible look?
Yeah, I think just the way he moves and skates and thinks the game. He's extremely shifty and stuff. So up there, he's very deceptive and he definitely doesn't look out of place. So.
Your thoughts on Ovi, 800 career goals, 20 goals this year at age 37, just remarkable what he's done.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, honestly. It's really hard to put into words, I guess, but it's pretty cool that we're witnessing some pretty incredible history, and obviously we're going to try to shut him down tonight, but he's a pretty tough guy to stop. But yeah, it's just what he's done year after year, the consistency, and him being able to produce the way that he's consistently done is it's incredibly remarkable.
From your perspective, what has made him so good?
Just his will to score, and every year, he always plays every game like it's his last, and he's just a horse out there. So he loves to score goals, and I think that's been pretty adamant throughout his career. You can just tell. So. There's lots of things that obviously make him great, but obviously just the consistency factor and the will to just power through every year and every game and just show up and do his thing is just really impressive.
I'm sorry if I'm making you repeat something, but I heard that when you were 8 years old, you watched him in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Just what do you remember from like Auston Matthews at the age of 8, watching a player like that and playing against him now?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. When just everything kind of comes full circle, and I think it's similar with a lot of guys. When you're young, kind of watching a lot of these guys like him, Sid, Kane, Malk, and other guys as well, and now playing against them. But it's pretty cool just thinking back to those times. He scored some pretty nice goals against the Coyotes back in the day, so I was lucky enough to be in the building for some of them, and it was always quite a spectacle. And a guy like him would come into town, or Sid, or somebody. The stands weren't always full, but they were definitely full when those guys would come in.
You weren't in the rink for the goal, were you?
I was, yeah.
I was, yeah. Wow. Do you remember what your reaction was to that?
No, I don't. I think everybody just couldn't believe what happened. I think everybody was pretty glued on the Jumbotron, and players, fans, everybody just couldn't really believe what happened. So, I was pretty lucky to catch that one.
So you're a modest guy, but here's one for you. You've played 438 games. He's got 9 more goals than you did at that point. So can you let your mind wander to, you probably can't even think about being 37, but these numbers are possible for you. Do you think about that?
Yeah, I just kind of, think about the here and now, to be honest. Don't let my mind wander too far. And, obviously this is here and now, and this is where he's at. So I think it's, important to recognize that and, definitely give him the props that he deserves because, like I said before, we're witnessing some pretty incredible history.
Who was your guy growing up?
I feel like it just rotated all the time. I was a big Patrick Kane guy, being American, so he was, as I got older, I always loved watching him play, but, Sid, Ovi, Malkin, those guys, they kind of changed the game and have been the face of the league since they kind of stepped in and have left a pretty incredible mark on the game, and, it's incredible that, the way that they continue to play as they've gotten older. They're still, top players in this league. They continue to produce, and it's just the longevity is just really, really impressive.
Do you ever text with Obi? Like I don't know. It's a small boys club. Like, do you guys ever chat?
No.
Thank you, Austin.
Thanks.
Interesting tweak to the power play. You talk about the reasoning, but what Bunting might bring there.
Well, we haven't made any decisions yet on what we're going to do. We haven't practiced very much, so we wanted to get a look at a different option. But still having Sand in there as a guy that we can look for a look that we've used here. But obviously the power play hasn't been nearly good enough in the last month or so, and we need to start looking at some different options.
What kind of an advantage would 4 or 5 forwards on the power play provide?
Well, you get another high-end player on the ice. That would be it. But like I said, let's see if we actually use it before we start making a big deal about it.
What stands out about the Capitals and someone like Ovechkin and some of the other guys that you may have to watch out for tonight?
Yeah, Ovechkin goes without saying, obviously, but they're getting scoring from from all lines, and you know they've got a fourth line that is good as any in the league, and they'll use tonight against our top guys, which opens up favorable matchups for them throughout the rest of the lineup. So that's something for us to manage a little bit here today. Their team, you know, that's got a lot of confidence and feeling good about their game. They've been outplaying teams pretty consistently here for quite a while now, like us coming off of a loss. So, you know, it'd be a good game here today against a motivated opponent for sure.
Positive sign that Timothy was out on the ice, or able to take part in everything today?
Yeah, it seemed yesterday we seemed like we were pretty confident. You know, obviously we didn't skate, so we didn't know for sure, but he was feeling better and the swelling had reduced and all of those kind of things. And, you know, Hollowell was brought up for precaution because Liljegren wasn't the only one that was a little banged up, but seems like we'll be good to go with the 6 that played the other night.
Just how relieved are you considering the season he's having? He's finally getting some good traction.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't too concerned about it the other night, given that I knew that the X-ray was negative at the time, you know, but not having him for that third period, you know, that's a big deal. And in the game, you miss him for sure. But yeah, he's played great, and you don't want to see any disruptions to the momentum that he's built here.
I know you disagree with some league statistics, but takeaways and giveaways, your team is both ranked twice. Do those jive with your numbers, and would you comment on both those areas?
Yeah, again, I think I've looked at those numbers very closely, not so much with ours, but others in the league, to get a sense of just quite how accurate it is, and it's pretty wild variance between one building and the next, to be honest. So we don't put too much into it, but it seems like, you know, the giveaway numbers is a lot higher on the days we have the puck a lot. But, you know, on a night like in New York, as an example, we just weren't sharp. I mean, we had some really good looks and clear paths to the net, and we just didn't execute and make plays. Pucks and just not coming off our stick sharp. So, you know, on a night like that, I don't need any numbers to tell me. It's really apparent because you got a scoring chance, you get excited, and then it just kind of dies. And that's really not what our team is about when we're really rolling.
Might be too top secret, but you and John and Mitch seem to be chatting at length at practice. Can you shed any light on what you're talking about?
No, but nothing to do with today's game. It was more just kind of where we're at and with the group.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.